this is Ree here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Unguye namaha. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. Book your consultation today. I can help you with anything. And if you'd like more exclusive occult videos that I don't post on YouTube, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It also helps to support this channel. Let's talk about the new moon, which will be happening in Cancer on July 24th. This will be in Pusha Nakshatra. Now, Cancer is all about the mother, homes, bodies of water, our inner emotions and feelings, our attachment to these inner emotions and feelings, property, real estate, restaurants, hotels, to name a few things. This will be in the second pada in Virgo Navamsha. Virgo is all about our daily routines, conflicts, enemies, debt, civil servants, the medical industry. So it's bringing some themes of these as well. The karma of this pada is about someone who does freelance work, travels distant lands, is an artist who is designing and using the hands. But in the process, natural resources for the masses are being affected. He only cares about earning money and doesn't care about the environment or the masses, and goes on to destroy it on a daily basis. This is usually due to corruption. So here there is a battle over resources. Leaders, mothers, parents can become arrogant and have superiority complex without any achievement or narrow-mindedness. And some can be very bigoted. Now, it's important to pay attention to this new moon because this will be the beginning effects of the solar eclipse, which we will see on August 2nd in 2027. So it's a little bit a ways away, but if we pay attention, we'll understand the themes of 2027. Now, there can be a battle and a conflict in regards to real estate, property, or things that you own. This can also have to do with the mortgage rates, the restaurant business, also the safety of others, dairy products, and industry. These might feel the burden or limiting or having to review matters dealing with the court system, revising the matters of trade, transport due to losses in war. Pusha is about prosperity as it is represented by the milk yielding udder of a cow, which relates to the ability to nourish others like the cow's milk nourishes all beings on this earth. Now, the universal mother at this time, or prosperity, feels a little bit overworked, limited in what she can give due to lack of resources. This can expand into creativity, life force, and vitality. This can affect the automobile industry as a death, transformation, and rebirth is happening also in the matters of farming and agriculture, housing. There can be a lack of produce or houses for some, and at the same time, some can gain through their social circles or receive the home they always wanted or wished for, most likely in a foreign place. This is where we can rest safely after a mission. Many can be coming back from long distance journeys, whether that be from war or a less extreme event. Breast cancer can be on the rise. Respecting traditions and religions come into play and wanting to abide by standards and laws. Be careful not to become a victim of scams dealing with money or crypto. Saturn is trining the moon, which creates a harmonious aspect between our long-term goals, patience, and confidence in order to achieve them in the matters of foreign matters, places, education, long-distance travel, and the laws. Also judgments, but at the same time can make people feel overworked as they feel like they can't do enough to feel safe. Saturn is aspecting Sun, which can create a low self-esteem and suppress the ego. It depends on your chart. Mars, Ketu in the second house, there's a war over resources and family, ego conflicts, but we can achieve stability and safety with a fight. This can be with children or shared resources. This can affect the education system, teachers wanting more money but being angry about this. It's about those who nurture children. The fight over resources can have to do with judgment or law. Venus is in the 11th house, which is money and gains can come from our alliances, groups, but also from the sale of a home, as Mars and Ketu can help an individual have the courage to let go of home items or property, or also a family business. Pusha translates into nourisher or nurturer. In the ancient times, its name also translated into Siddhya, which is prosperous. Moon does well in its own sign, and Pusha has a lot to do with prosperity, and the sun is here as well, which is the second house lord. But the thing is, Mars and Ketu are in the second house and are conjunct, showing a battle over this prosperity for money and resources, which is the 12th and the third house lord. Mercury is showing a conflict, which has to do with trade or communication, travel, but also deception. Pusha is ruled by Saturn, which is in the ninth house, but it's in retrograde, which is giving us the results of the eighth house where Rahu sits. So Rahu being in the eighth is bringing a lot of unexpected events, especially with mothers in the housing industry, farmers. It's in Purva Bhadrapada, which is a transformation in these areas, which can be an agenda by the powers that be, causing many ups and downs in these areas and unexpected surprises. Themes around the darker parts of upper society, prostitution, death, mass killings that involve water and weather disasters, and the elite like Jeffrey Epstein, for example, all that coming out. Disasters in distant lands. People who are two-faced, those who are trying to sell you something or tell you one thing, but they're doing another behind closed doors and trying to sell you something that may not be for your benefit, but they're good with words. Mercury is retrograde in Ashlesha Nakshatra, which is the 12th house lord. Losses and endings, immigrants, homelessness. It's about isolated or distant places and foreign people. And it is the third house lord, showing us our self-efforts, communication, trade, conflicts, and transportation. Ashlesha is about clinging on to things that may not be good for us, toxic things, people, places. Also, people who play mind games for survival. Deception is very possible in these areas, and charity too. Deception also when it comes to homes or selling homes and real estate. Be careful of kind of scams. Sun is 12th from his own sign, showing potential losses in the housing industry. Venus and Taurus in the 11th house is also showing that resources, monies, and gains in these areas come from our social circles, alliances, and groups, but also from mass followings online. Money can come from the worship also of the Mahavidyas, or gains, or your hopes and wishes, especially when traveling or seeking knowledge. Mars is now in the fourth pada, but it was in the third pada. And in the third pada, it shows there is the karma of it. There's an outbreak of smallpox in there. Now, there have been a lot of reports of outbreaks of mpox happening already and measles happening. Now, when Ketu goes into the third pada on September 21st in the fall, this will bring out the themes of a possible outbreak that goes around the world with mpox or measles. Also, this Mars-Ketu conjunction, a death of a celebrity or leader is very possible due to what they consume. It could be like poison or poisonous things. Headless actions. Also, this can have to do with money or killing based on money. This is also violent acts that happen around the world, but it can be spiritual enlightenment as well. This is also people wanting to separate themselves from celebrities, as Ketu is in Purva Falguni, as they see them for who they truly are. Because Ketu here gives people a bad reputation in society when malefics are present. And this is Trump's first house. So this is why we're seeing this. And this is also in Leo, which is leaders and celebrities. So this is why a lot of things are coming out about leaders and celebrities and making people distance themselves. This can also cause tourist attacks, aggressive acts and violence, accidents and death, especially when Saturn is retrograde and giving the effects of Saturn in Aquarius, where Rahu sits, bringing up dark themes, like I said, of prostitution, trafficking, like Epstein, extreme events of death, reviewing these matters as well, crime, the dark agenda, and diabolical events. Saturn is giving the effect of being in the 8th house, so karma and events around death, transformation, rebirth, and shared resources, weather disasters, especially because Jupiter is in the 12th house in Ardara, which is the storm god, losses from storms. It is also bringing up themes around and karma around the prime minister, presidents, the state treasury, public debt, foreign debt, stock markets, medical discoveries, insurance, pension, social security, and a risk to people through war. Now, K2 is in Porva Falguni in the fourth pada right now until September 21st. And that is Scorpio Navamsha, bringing secrets, occult knowledge, and more themes of rebirth and transformation. It's about the karma, people who, in spite of fulfilling their needs, they turn to illegal activities to get even more. Then this will be leaders, celebrities. Greed sets in, not taking care of resources and people in their lives because they're so fixated on their own desires and achieving them. Bearing the responsibilities of the seventh house is key while this is in here. So of your husband or your wife, anyone in front of you, your relationships, this is key. Now, occult knowledge can be revealed to you from disconnecting from materialism. Pure confidence can come from internal sources. There is also a transformation in the matters of the court and law system with relationships in foreign affairs. A storm is brewing. Trade, import, and export, higher education, and religion can include a loss or ending after a storm. Spiritual insights can come due to health issues. Matters of war are being reviewed as there is an agenda at play. So it's going to involve a lot of the themes that are connected to farmers, cows, dairy industry, agriculture, drink merchants, all the politicians, people that are being outed or connected to that. The housing industry, like I said, restaurant business, anyone connected with that. This is also high-level priests, people who are very religious and traditional. This is more not spiritual within, but more on the outside, like religion, for example. People will be going back to counselors, therapists. This will deal with charitable organizations. They might feel a lack of donations. Businesses who are in restaurants, who are on lakes or rivers, there could be storms there. It's about teachers who teach children as well, mothers, like I said, and that's pretty much it. So I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.